Hey everyone, Joan here. Hope you guys are having a great week so far. Today I want to talk about mentors, why you should have them and how you can find them. I'm going to share some stories about the mentors I've had and the ones that I have now. I'm going to share what I've learned and how I even found them. Mentors are really important to have, no matter where you're going with your life, personally and career-wise. Mentors will help guide you on your path. Whether you're trying to figure out your career path, you're starting a business, or you're working on self-development, mentors are people who have been there, they've done that, they're still doing it. We all go through these points in our lives where we're trying to figure out where we want to go, where we want to be, and how we're going to get there. And for the most part, it's our fears, our egos, our insecurities that get in our way of progressing. So it's really important to find people that are smarter than you. It's okay if you're not the smartest person in the room, but there are people out there, and you'd be surprised, that are way smarter than you that are so willing to help. Now, I've had many mentors in my life, whether it's for my music career or my entrepreneurial path. And if it wasn't for them, I would not have had a clear idea of where I want to be in my life. So I want to talk about some of these mentors, and then you'll kind of get an idea of how I met them. One of the most influential mentors I've had was someone I actually met in college, and he's mentored me for my drumming and my music career. And till this day, I still keep in touch with him. We went to college at the same time, we're about the same age, and his career really took off. He's touring all the time and is recording, and I've always admired him for that. So after college, I've actually reached out to him to teach me private lessons. And I just wanted to pick his brain and how he practices and how he found his gigs and what kind of equipment he has. And he's always been so happy to help me, so generous with his time. And he's actually one of the reasons why I still play drums. And I actually have a drum set that was gifted by him and a bunch of friends. And it was his idea to get me these drums. So tear, but yes, so the reason why I still play drums is because of him. So when my husband and I decided to start a business within music entertainment for wedding and corporate events, we started to seek out mentors that were within that field. I reached out to a couple that actually I went to college with. I haven't seen them in a long time, but I knew that they were in business with music education, and they also perform a lot. So we met up with them, bought them some lunch. We just started talking about, how to build our business from the ground up. They helped us figure out our brand identity, who our perfect client was, and where to go from here. So the next thing was we needed to figure out how to set up our business and how to bring in clients. So we reached out to this guy all the way from Australia. He's a real sales pro, and he has his own business in digital marketing. When we found out he was in town, we reached out to him, booked a counseling session with him, and just talked about how to build our website, how to bring in clients, how to build a sales process. We've had a couple other sessions with him after that just to fine-tune our sales process. And we've also taken his sales course, which without that, I don't think we would have been able to lock in the first clients that we did. Meeting up with this mentor was a huge impact on our business. From that point on, we knew exactly what to do. He created a path for us. The great thing about him is that he's always within reach. We can always message him, email him, and he's always been very generous to help us out. One of the things that this mentor advises to do is to get in touch with people in the wedding industry, which makes a lot of sense. So we started doing research on wedding planners and trying to figure out who we want to meet, who we feel like we could learn from. And there was one wedding planner that popped up on YouTube over and over, and we really liked her personality and how she explained everything. So we actually reached out to her. We offered to pay her for her time, buy her coffee, and she happily agreed. So we drove a couple hours out of our way just to meet with her for an hour, and it was so worth it. She basically shared so many secrets with us about how to get into the wedding industry, how to meet people, how to rub our faces into clients, and if it wasn't for her advice, we would not have met the clients that we did. After we met this wedding planner, we actually booked our first gig 2 months later. Another mentor that we've met up with, just because now that we're in this business entrepreneur path and building wealth, was actually a landlord of ours. I mean, we've always had a good relationship with our landlord, but one day we were like, why don't we see if he's down to sit down with us and just talk about how he got to where he is? And to our surprise, he was so willing to meet with us. We invited him for lunch and just chatted about his life and how he got to where he is, to building his wealth, acquiring real estate. And he also gave us some really valuable advice of how we can get to where he is. He's also given us advice about our business structure, like LLCs, tax stuff, accounting stuff, super valuable information. And he was someone that we didn't think would sit down with us. It's funny, we started calling him our rich dad, kind of like Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So yes, we call our landlord our rich dad. From meeting all these mentors, we've learned so many different things. They've given us so much value that we would not have found just by Googling or looking up videos. There's something about sitting in front of a person and them sharing with you their experiences. And the great thing about mentors is that when you sit in front of them, they can really cater and fine-tune your path. So wherever you are with your career, your personal life, your artistic life, whatever it is, if you're looking to level up, seek out mentors. Be willing to reach out to people that you would never think would sit down with you. You might be surprised that they would. Be willing to pay the price. I mean, one of the mentors, we paid $500 just to sit with him for an hour. Never thought I would do that. Sometimes they're just happy to have a pizza with you. Sometimes a coffee is enough. But either way, be willing to learn and be willing to hear someone who is an expert. You'd be surprised at who's willing to meet with you and how much knowledge they're willing to share with you. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you guys got some value out of it. If you have any questions at all, just drop a comment below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.